I want to talk a little bit about a couple of different counter manipulation strategies that I am right now actively trying out with two different toxic people that I know that I will bump into in social settings. The first one that I'll talk about is this person. Whenever I see them out in a social setting, they will immediately mention my crossed eye. As you can see, I have my eye is crossing when I take my glasses off. And so most people are way too polite to see me and say, "Wow, Sacha, your eye is really crossed today." Hello? Who says that? It's so mean. Well, this person has been doing this to me for years, and I just ignore it. At least that's what I have been doing up until recently. And ignoring it did not work because this person has been doing it for years. And I used to think that I was being the better person, that I was mature, that I wasn't going to engage in this juvenile sophomoric behavior. Well, I have now educated myself on counter manipulation, and I realize that when I counter manipulate, I am not lowering my standards. I'm adapting to my environment. And so this case history of my own has proven that my inaction has done one of two things. It has perpetuated the abuse with myself, meaning that I have not been engaging in self-care or self-protection. The second part of this is by allowing this abuser to humiliate me in public for years and years and years. This is sending this abuser that they can get away with it. And I'm sure that this abuser is doing this to other people. So now when I think back, I realize that my inaction is enabling abuse. And I might think to myself, well, I can't be concerned about other people and they have to deal with it on their own. That's their business. Well, I'm viewing this a little differently now because I do feel it is my responsibility to not only engage in self-care for myself, but to also take into consideration the other people in my community who might be being abused by this abuser. So my views on counter manipulation have really changed over the past year. So just recently, I have no longer ignored this person's insult that my eye is crossed when we interact. So what I've been doing, and I've done it a couple of times now, is in the social setting, the minute this person in front of everybody, in front of a group of people will say, "Oh, Sacha, your eye is so crossed tonight. Ooh," I immediately spit out something about this person that is pretty nasty and rude. For example, they have a lot of acne and pimples on their face. Then I will say, "Hey, wow, your face is really broken out. What's going on with that?" In front of everyone. And I do it right after this person insults me. Well, the first time it happened, I didn't get a strong reaction. It was maybe this person was in shock because I had never done that before in public. I don't know. It wasn't a strong reaction. It was kind of just ignored. But then the next time I did it, this is another date, another social event. The same thing. Of course, they mentioned my crossed eye, and I just blurted out, wow, have you gained maybe 10 or 15 pounds this past year? What's going on with that? Well, this time the expression on their face changed and they knew what was happening. So I think I will only need to do this one more time in a social setting, and I will have trained this person not to mess with me. So I just want to share what I've been up to and just sort of what's been happening with this counter manipulation strategy of mine. So I'm curious to hear from other people your successes and how you have counter manipulated people in the office setting or in social settings to stop bullying you, because that's ultimately my goal, is to not allow people to emotionally assault me. And I also, there's another layer to this, which is that when I stop an abuser from abusing me, I am teaching them that they cannot always get away with it. And when more and more targets start engaging in counter manipulation and they shut down the abuse, it, I think, will snowball. And the abuser might slow down on the abuse. You never know. But I think it's worth a try. So that is my little update, and when I have more info, I will let you know how it's going with this abuser. As always, stay strong and get toxic people out of your life. Bye.